الحمد لله الذي أنزل على عبده الكتاب ولم يجعل له عوجا قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا ثم الصلاة والسلام على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين المبعوث معلما ومربيا ومزكيا لهذه النفس التي ألهمها خالقها فجورها وتقواها قد أفلح من زكاها وقد خاب من دساها وبعد. All praise and thanks are due to Allah the Almighty, the one who sent down the book unto his slave and has not placed therein any crookedness. And may peace and blessings of Allah the Almighty be upon the seal of the messengers Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the one who was sent as a teacher of mankind, as a mercy to humanity in general, in order to take them out from the darkness of blasphemy to the light of Islam, and in order to take them out from the worship of the slaves to the worship of the Lord of the slaves, and in order to take them out from the narrowness of this world to the spaciousness of this world and the hereafter. May the peace and blessings of Allah the Almighty be upon him, his family members, his companions, and whoever follow their footsteps to the day of judgment and to proceed. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, in our last khutbah, we spoke about worshiping Allah the Almighty upon Basira and calling people to the path of Allah the Almighty upon Basira, which means to worship Allah the Almighty upon knowledge that negates ignorance and certainty that negates doubt and assumption. And likewise, when you call people to this religion, you call them with knowledge that negates ignorance, and with certainty that negates doubt and assumption. And we mentioned a few principles that are very important for every Muslim to know. We mentioned that the origin of performing acts of worship in this religion is impermissibility, except if there is a proof that permits us to practice that act of worship. And we gave example with the 3 steps of understanding this principle. And we also mentioned the second principle, which is the origin of things other than act of worship in this religion is permissibility, except if there is a proof that forbids us from practicing that act. And we also mentioned 3 steps towards understanding this principle. And we also mentioned the 2 conditions that must be met in order for our deeds to be accepted by Allah the Almighty, and they are sincerity and also confirmation with Kitab and Sunnah. And we mentioned the 6 aspects of confirmation and gave example for each. We mentioned as-sabab, which is the reason behind that act of worship, and the type of the act of worship that you are performing, al-qadr, the amount of the act of worship that you are performing, al-kayf, the manner in which you perform that act of worship, az-zaman, the time that you perform it, wal-makan, and the place that you are performing it. So when you perform an act of worship in this religion, they must be in confirmation with the book and sunnah in these 6 aspects. We ask Allah the Almighty to grant us understanding of the religion. Ameen. This is the reason, the reason why is because the religion is completed by Allah the Almighty. And this is one of the bounties of Allah the Almighty upon us. As it is mentioned in Bukhari and Muslim, that a Jewish man came to Umar radiallahu anhu and he said to him, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, ayatun fi kitabillahi takra'unahu, لو علينا معاشر اليهود نزلت لاتخذنا يوم نزولها عيدا. He came to Umar and he said to him, O commander of the believers, there is a verse in your book which you Muslims recite. If this verse was to be revealed to us, we the Jews, we would have taken the day of its revelation to be our feast day. So Umar ibn al-Khattab said to him, Ayu ayah, which verse are you talking about? And the man said, Al-yawma akmaltu lakum dinakum وَأَتْمَمْتُ عَلَيْكُمْ نِعْمَتِي وَرَضِيتُ لَكُمُ الْإِسْلَامَ دِينًا. This day I have completed my religion for you, perfected my bounties for you, and I've chosen Islam for you as your religion. Umar ibn al-Khattab said, أَنَا خَبِيرٌ بِهَذِهِ الْآيَةِ وَخَبِيرٌ بِمَكَانِ نُزُولِهَا وَيَوْمَ نُزُولِهَا. نزلت بعرفة وكان اليوم يوم الجمعة والجمعة عيد لنا. And Umar said, I am aware of this verse and I am aware of where it was revealed and when it was revealed. It was revealed at Arafah, and the day it was revealed was Friday. And Friday is our feast. Our noble scholar, Imam Malik, Imam Dar al-Hijrah, on his commentary on this verse, he said, مَا لَمْ يَكُنْ يَوْمَئِذٍ دِينًا فَلَنْ يَكُونَ الْيَوْمَ دِينًا. Whatever is not from the religion on the day in which this verse was revealed would not be part of the religion after the revelation of this verse, meaning after the date that this verse was revealed, because the religion is complete. So anyone who innovated an innovation in this religion, whether it is an innovation in an act of worship, or an innovation in the creed, or an innovation in the manhaj, which is the methodology, like the innovation of the Khawarij, it will be rejected and it will not be accepted by Allah the Almighty. Our noble scholar, Imam al-Jurriyu, he mentioned in his book, Kitab al-Sharia, the debate that happened during the time of Al-Wathiq, and this is a time in which the people have innovated innovation in the aspect of creed. But this innovation that they innovated, which is the innovation of saying the Quran is not the speech, it's not created. The Quran is what? Is created. He mentioned that Al-Muhtadi Billah said, كنت أقول بأن القرآن مخلوق منذ خلافة الواثق بالله حتى أقدم علينا أحمد ابن أبي دؤاد من أهل الشام فأدخل على الواثق الشيخ مكيدا جميل الوجه تام القامة حسن الشيبة. He said, I used to say that the Quran was created during the time of the Khilafah of Wathiq. And this is when Ahmed ibn Abi Du'ad was brought from Sham in order to become the grand jury of the Khalifa. So while I was with the Khalifa al-Wathiq and Ahmed ibn Abi Du'ad, and this is the grand jury of the Khalifa during that day, an old man was brought to the Khalifa al-Wathiq, and this old man was chained. He was handcuffed with a chain in his hands. And this old man was very handsome looking man, well built, with beautiful gray hair. He said, فَرَأَيْتُ الْوَاثِقَ قَدْ اسْتَحْيَا مِنْهُ وَرَقَّ لَهُ وَجَعَلَ يَدْنُ مِنْهُ حَتَّى اقْتَرَبَ مِنْهُ. He says, so I saw that the Khalifa al-Wathiq, he felt shy from that sheikh, the old man, when he saw the dignity that is on that old man. He felt shy from him, and he sympathized for him. So he started to walk close to the old man until he came closer to the old man. فَقَالَ لَهُ الشَّيْخُ السَّلَامُ عَلَيْكَ ثُمَّ دَعَى لَهُ فَأَوْجَزْ. And the sheikh gave the Khalifa as-salam, and he made dua for the Khalifa, and he summarized his dua. Then the Khalifa said to him, Ijlis, sit down. So he sat down, and then he said to him, أُرِيدُكَ أَن تُنَاظِرَ ابْنَ أَبِي دُؤَادٍ. I want you to hold a debate with Ibn Abi Du'ad, and this is the grand jury. So I want you, the old man, to hold a debate with him pertaining his statement that the Quran is created. فقال الشيخ يا أمير المؤمنين إن ابن أبي دؤاد يقل ويسبو ويضعف عن مناظرتي. So he said, oh commander of the believers, Ibn Abi Du'ad is too little, immature, and incompetent to hold a debate with me. فغضب الأمير الواثق فقال إن أحمد بن أبي دؤاد يقل ويسبو ويضعف عن مناظرتك أنت من أنت حتى تقول هذا. So when he said this, the Amir felt very offended and was filled with fury. And he said, are you saying that the grand jury, Ahmed ibn Abi Du'ad, is too little, immature, and incompetent to hold a debate with you? Who are you to say this? فقال الشيخ يا أمير المؤمنين حول على نفسك وأذن لي بمناظرته. So he said, oh commander of the believers, take it easy on yourself. Just grant me the permission to hold a debate with him. فقال الأمير ما دعوتك إلا لمناظرته. He said, this is the only reason why I called you here. فقال الشيخ يا أحمد ابن أبي دؤاد إلى ماذا دعوت الناس ودعوتني. So the sheikh, the old man, he turned to the grand jury and he said to him, oh Ahmed ibn Abi Du'ad, what are you calling the people to? And what are you calling me to? فقال أحمد بن أبي دؤاد إلى القول بأن القرآن مخلوق لأن كل شيء دون الله مخلوق. So Ahmed ibn Abi Du'ad said, I am calling you and the people to say that the Quran is created because everything or anything beside Allah the Almighty is created. فالتفت الشيخ إلى الواثق فقال له إن رأيت أن تحفظ عني وعنه ما نقول فقال الواثق أفعل ذلك إن شاء الله. So the Sheikh said to the Amir, could you document the conversation that will occur between me and the grand jury? And the Amir said, yes, I will do that inshallah. فالتفت الشيخ إلى ابن أبي دؤاد فقال له يا ابن أبي دؤاد أرأيت مقالتك هذه أهي واجبة داخل في عقد الدين بحيث لا يكون الدين كاملا إلا أن يقال فيه ما قلت قال نعم. So he said to this man, tell me, O Ibn Abi Du'ad, this statement that you are calling the people to, is it an obligation from the obligation of the religion or the principle from the principle of the religion with which the religion will not be complete except if people say what you are calling them to say? And he said, yes. So the Shaykh said to him, يا أحمد بن أبي دؤاد أخبرني لما بعث الله النبي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم إلى الناس وأمره أن يبلغ دعوة هل ستر رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم شيئا من أمر الدين ولم يبلغه للناس؟ فقال الشيخ لا. So فقال ابن أبي دؤاد لا. So the Shaykh said to him, tell me, when Allah the Almighty sent His messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to the people, and he commanded him to convey his message to the people, did the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam hide something from the religion and did not convey it to the people? The Shaykh said, no. Ahmed ibn Abi Du'ad said what? No. So the Shaykh, the old man, said to him, فَدَعَى رَسُولُ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمْ النَّاسِ إِلَى مَقَالَتِكَ هَذِهِ. Okay, now you claim that the Prophet, or you said that the Prophet did not hide anything from the religion. Now tell me, did the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam call people to what you are calling them to? فَسَكَتَ ابن أبي دؤاد فقال الشيخ أجب يا أحمد فسكت فالتفت إلى الواثق فقال يا أمير المؤمنين هذه واحدة فقال الواثق هذه واحدة. So when he said this to him, the man couldn't respond. And he said, tell me, did the Prophet call people to that? And he remained silent. So he turned to the Amir and he said to him, this is number one. And the Amir said, this is number one. And then he turned to Ahmed ibn Abi Du'ad and he said to him, أخبرني يا أحمد ibn Abi Du'ad لما أنزل الله القرآن على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم ونزل فيه قوله وأنزل فيه قوله اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا هل الله هو الصادق في إكمال دينه أو أنت الصادق في نقصان دينه حتى لا يكون الدين كاملا إلا أن يقال فيه ما قلت. So he said to him, tell me, O Ahmed ibn Abi Du'ad, when Allah the Almighty revealed the Quran, He revealed His statement, this day I have completed your religion for you, perfected my bounties for you, and chosen for you Islam as your religion. Tell me, is Allah the Almighty the one who is truthful in His statement that the religion is complete? Or you are the one who is truthful in your claim that the religion will not be complete until the people believe in what you are calling them to? فسكت فلم يجب فقال أجب يا ابن أبي دؤاد فسكت فلم يجب فالتفت الشيخ إلى الواثق فقال يا أمير المؤمنين هذه ثنتان فقال الواثق هذه ثنتان. So when he said this to him, the Sheikh remained silent, he couldn't answer. He said, answer me. Ibn Abi Du'ad, he remained silent, he couldn't answer. And then he said to him, answer me. He couldn't answer. So he turned to the Khalifa and he said to him, this is number two. So the Khalifa said, this is number two. And then the Shaykh turned to Ibn Abi Du'ad again and he said to him, أخبرني يا ابن أبي دؤاد عن مقالتك هذه أعلمها النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أم جهلها. He said, tell me about this statement of yours. Did the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم know about it or he is ignorant of it? فقال بل علمها. You said, of course, the Prophet know about it. فقال وعلمها أبو بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي. He said, tell me, did Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman and Ali, did they know about this statement? قال بلى. He said, yes, they know about it. فقال له فدعا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم الناس إليه ودعا إليه أبو بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي. So did the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because you claim that he know about it, did he call people to it? He remained silent. He said, did Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman and Ali, did they call people to it? And he remained silent. And the old man turned to the Khalifa and he said to him, هذه ثلاثة. O Amir al-Mu'minin, O Commander of the Believer, this is number 3. And Wathiq said, هذه ثلاثة. He said, this is number 3. And then he turned again to the Sheikh and he said to him, فاتسع لرسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إذ علمها فلم يطالب الأمة بها. فقال أحمد نعم. So the Sheikh said to Ahmed, so the Prophet ﷺ felt comfortable to remain silent and not call his ummah to it, even though he knew about this statement as you have claimed. He said, yes, the Prophet knew about it, but he felt comfortable to remain silent and not call people to it. And he said, and Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman and Ali, all of them, they know about this thing and they remained silent. And he said, yes, they know about it and they remained silent. فالتفت الشيخ إلى الواثق فقال له لقد قدمت لك بأن ابن أبي دؤاد يقل ويسبو ويضعف عن مناظرتي. He said, I've already told you that this man is too little, immature, and incompetent to hold a debate with me. But she did not hear. And then he said to him, يا أمير المؤمنين إن لم يتسع لنا الإمساك عن شيء اتسع لرسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم الإمساك عنه واتسع لأبي بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي فلا وسع الله على من لم يتسع له ما اتسع له من ذلك. And then he said, O Commander of the Believers, if the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam felt comfortable to remain silent over this statement and did not call the ummah to it, likewise Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman and Ali, all of them felt comfortable to remain silent over this statement and not call the people to it, then whoever did not feel comfortable to remain silent over this statement, I pray to Allah the Almighty not to grant him comfort. فقال الواثق إن لم يتسع لنا ما اتسع لرسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وأبي بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي فلا وسع الله لمن لم يتسع لهم ما اتسع لهم. Then the Amir said, if we did not feel comfortable to remain silent over something that the Prophet, his companions Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman and Ali chose to remain silent on, then may Allah the Almighty not grant us comfort for not remaining silent over something that the Prophet ﷺ felt comfortable to remain silent on. فقال أمير المؤمنين الواثق اقطعوا كيد الشيء. When he said this, the Khalifa was very convinced, and he said, cut the chain of the old man. فضرب الشيخ بيده إلى القيد ليأخذ فجاذبه الحداد ليأخذ منه فقال الأمير دع الشيخ ليأخذ القيد. So when they said cut the chain of the old man, when they cut the chain of the old man stretched his hands to grab the chain with him. And the ironsmith who cut the chain of the old man, he pulled the chain of the old man. And the Amir said to the ironsmith, let the old man have the chain. So the old man grabbed the chain and he held it in his hand. فقال له الواثق لماذا أخذت هذا القيد? So the Amir said to him, why did you hold this chain with you? فقال نويت أن أقدم به إلى من أوصل وأقول له إن أنا مت اجعل هذا القيد في كفني حتى أخاصم هذا الظالم يوم القيامة وأقول له يا رب سل عبدك هذا لماذا قيدني وروع أهلي وولدي وإخواني بغير موجب. He said, my intention is to grab this chain with me and take it to the person that I will make my will to, and I will tell him, when I die, put this chain in my coffin and bury me with this chain, so that on the day of judgment, I will stand before Allah the Almighty in litigation against this oppressor. And I will say, oh my Lord, ask this slave of yours, why did he chain me? And why did he terrify and terrorize my wife, my children, and my loved ones without any justification? قال فبكى الشيخ وبكى الواثق وبكينا جميعا. He said, when the sheikh said this, the sheikh started to cry. And the Amir also started to cry, and all of us cried because of this incident. فقال الواثق اجعلني في حل وسعة. So Wasik said to the sheikh, the old man, please forgive me if I wrong you. And the old man said, لَقَدْ جَعَلْتُكَ فِي حِلٍّ وَسِعَةٍ قَبْلَ دُخُولِي عَلَيْكَ إِكْرَامًا لِرَسُولِ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ لِأَنَّكَ مِنْ أَهْلِ بَيْتِ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ. So the old man said to the Khalifa, I've already forgiven you before I even walk into this place. Why? Because I respect the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and you are from the family members of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the Sheikh said, the Khalifa said to the old man, "Li ilayka haja, I have a need from you." And then the Sheikh said, "Af'aluhu in kana mumkina, I will do what you ask me to do as long as I am able to do it." And the man, Khalifa said to him, "Tabqa indana hatta yantafi'a minka fityanuna." I want you to remain with us here so that our youth can benefit from you. فقال الشيخ يا أمير المؤمنين إن ردك إياي إلى أهل بيتي أفضل لك وخير لك لأنني تركتهم وهم يدعون عليك فردني حتى أقفهم عن الدعاء عليك. So he said, "Oh Amir al-Mu'mineen, it is better for you to send me back to my family than to keep me here. Because when I left my family, they were making dua against you. So send me back home so that I will tell them to stop making dua against you. That is better for you." فقال الواثق إذا تقبل منا صلة تعيش بها دهرك كلها. So the Amir said to him, "Okay, would you take from us a gift of wealth with which you can live off for the rest of your life?" فقال الشيخ لا يحل لي لأنني امرؤ سوي أقدر على العيش والمعيشة. And then the Sheikh said to him, the old man said to him, "This is not permissible for me because I am a person who is able to work and earn a living. So I can make my own, I can earn my own living. So what I want from you is to send me back to my family and to send him back to his family." If you think about what happened between the Sheikh and the Ibn Abi Du'ad, the Sheikh al-Dalala, meaning the one who is calling people to his innovation, if you think about this debate that happened between them, you can see how clear it is for us to leave anything that Allah the Almighty did not command us to do. So we ask Allah the Almighty to make us among those who understand this religion, Ameen. And to make us among those who hold on to the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. أقول ما تسمعون واستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم. الحمد لله وكفى ثم الصلاة والسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى وبعد. After giving thanks and praises to Allah the Almighty and sending peace and salutation to the seal of the messengers Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, his family members, his companions, and whoever followed their footsteps to the day of judgment and to proceed. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, there was a lot of beautiful lessons to take from this incident that occurred between the Sheikh and the Khalifa. One of them is to respect our owners of authority even if they are oppressors. You can see that when this Sheikh was brought to the Amir, he was wrong because he did not do anything wrong. But even with that, he walked in and he gave the Amir salam. And he made dua for the Amir. And he was talking to the Amir in a respectful manner. But think about it, he spoke the truth in the presence of the Amir, which means he stood firm upon his creed. to claim that the statement that the Quran is created is an innovation. And this is what the Prophet ﷺ meant by kalimatu haqqin inda sultanin ja'ir, to say the truth in the presence of a tyrannic leader. This is a beautiful example that we can take from this old man. But not to stand and insult your honor of authority, because it is not going to bring any benefit. Think about it. The people of knowledge, they are very intelligent. If this old man was to walk in there and started to insult the Amir and said, you are a volume, why did you do this to me, blah, 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 to the end, like some people do today, what do you think will happen? There will not be an opportunity for him to hold that debate, which is intellectual debate that he held with that innovator. And he will end up being in prison or maybe being killed. But with his patience and with his wisdom, he respected the honor of authority. And at the end, what happened? The Amir was guided to the truth. Because Muhtadi said, after this incident, I gave up my statement that the Quran is what? Created. And likewise, Wathiq, he was guided and he gave that up. So we ask Allah the Almighty to make us amongst those who understand this religion, Ameen. And to make us amongst those who follow the footsteps of the scholars, Ameen. أقول ما تسمعون واستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم والتائب من الذنب كمن لا ذنب له اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا اللهم استر عوراتنا وآمن روعاتنا اللهم إنا نسألك حبك وحب من يحبك وحب العمل الذي يقربنا إلى حبك اللهم حبب إلينا الإيمان وزينه في قلوبنا وكره إلينا الكفر والعصيان والفسوق واجعلنا من الراشدين اللهم حبب إلينا الإيمان وزينه في قلوبنا وكره إلينا الكفر والفسوق والعصيان واجعلنا من الراشدين اللهم آمنا في أوطاننا اللهم آمنا في أوطاننا اللهم إنا نسألك الأمن والأمان في سوريا اللهم إنا نسألك الأمن والأمان في يمن اللهم إنا نسألك الأمن والأمان في فلسطين اللهم إنا نسألك الأمن والأمان في ليبيا اللهم إنا نسألك الأمن والأمان في سائر بلاد المسلمين اللهم إنا نسألك الأمن والأمان في سائر بلاد المسلمين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم رد المسلمين إلى دينهم مردا جميلا اللهم رد المسلمين إلى دينهم مردا جميلا اللهم أصلح شباب المسلمين اللهم أصلح شباب المسلمين اللهم ثبتهم على دينك اللهم ثبتهم على دينك اللهم أمتهم على دينك اللهم أمتهم على دينك اللهم إنا نسألك أن تصلح أولادنا اللهم إنا نسألك أن تحفظ أولادنا من الفتن ما ظهر منها وما بطن اللهم إنا نسألك أن تحفظ أولادنا من الفتن ما ظهر منها وما بطن برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم لا تدع لنا في مجلسنا هذا ذنبا إلا غفرته ولا هما إلا فرجته ولا دينا إلا قضيته ولا مريضا إلا شفيته ولا مريضا إلا شفيته ولا حاجة من هوائج الدنيا التي هي لك رضا ولنا فيها صلاح إلا يسرتها برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين ويا رب العالمين وصل اللهم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا قوموا إلى صلاتكم